everybody, this is Holly.
And Rio.
We went to Jordan this November.
Hey, what? So to get to the city of Amman, it's about a 30-minute drive from the airport.
And then you get to Amman, the capital.
Now our driver told us it's really safe here, so we actually did walk around in the middle of the night.
Yeah, everyone's nice, everyone's friendly. No problem. Alright, Turkish coffee, first time.
We went to 2 castles in Jordan. This was the first one.
It's called Ajloun Castle, and it served to protect the traders on the Silk Road.
We wandered around and noticed there were many arrow slits, which were used to fend off the invaders. Cat!
Out of all the ruins that we saw in Jordan, this was our favorite because so much has been preserved.
Our guide told us to picture a lively market where people were shopping and trading.
Speaking of shopping, we tried to barter a little bit, and we ended up buying a few bracelets, but I don't think we bartered enough.
This is the North Theater, where it is said the Roman higher-ups held meetings.
The Citadel in Amman. It sits on the biggest hill in the city, and it gave a great 360-degree view of everything. It felt like you were walking around an open-air museum.
The most famous part is the hand of the statue of Hercules.
Just 2 days before we got here, we found out that Coldplay had performed a concert up here.
But we weren't invited.
Open 24 hours a day.
Try going between 3 and 5 p.m.
Falafel, baba ganoush, everything was fantastic. Here's another Roman theater like the one we saw in Jerash, but this one's a lot bigger.
Even though it's known as a Roman theater, it is actually a Greek theater.
What?
Fun fact!
Fun facts! We climbed to the top and had a great view of the city. So if you've been craving a hot, cheesy dessert, this is it.
Just sit on the side street and enjoy the not-so-sweet sweets.
Good. I like it. You gotta try it. This church has an ancient mosaic map that shows all the major biblical sites from Lebanon to Egypt.
Now just 1/3 of the mosaic remains. What's the difference between shawarma and kebab?
Look it up, you lazy a**hole. Okay, we're heading deeper into the Holy Land of Jordan. The highlight here is a series of ancient mosaics.
They're well preserved, and one of them dates back to the 6th century.
Kerak is a perfect example of a medieval crusader castle.
The castle is a dark maze of halls and passageways.
Its most famous occupant was a crusader named Renaud de Chatillon, who was one of the worst enemies of the Muslims during the Crusades. We had a nice, cozy, and warm tent room.
They had a bathroom and heater, but no TV. But who needs it?
I do. A little kitten kept us company, and the staff at the campsite offered us free tea all night. We met up with our guide and took a backway hike to Petra. It was definitely worth it because it was beautiful and there's no one around.
The monastery is very grand to say the least. Oh, by the way, it is called the monastery, but in reality it was once used as a church.
The treasury, of course, attracts lots of tourists. We got to ride a camel and see the sunset in the Wadi Rum desert.
This camel gave me a little warning bite on my right arm.
Word of advice, hold on tight when those camels stand up and sit down.
Fun fact: there are no more wild camels left in Wadi Rum.
We were taken on a tour around the desert for about an hour and a half.
My deep thinking only goes as deep as, hey, this looks just like what I saw in Star Wars.
We did what everyone does in the Dead Sea.
We f***ing floated!
We loved our trip to Jordan.
Goodbye, Jordan.
Hot cheesy!